After feeling astonished, shocked, overwhelmed, and grieved, witnessing the devastation along the road to Marble Viewpoint and the Saddle Mountain Wilderness, I found myself seeking a gem, a sanctuary of survival amongst the ruins. All right, so we're about to take a little stroll on part of the Arizona Trail here. And we're gonna go check out the fire lookout tower. It's a fire tower that Abbey worked back in the day, and while working there, wrote or was inspired to write his book Black Sun, which he thought that was his best work. So we're gonna go see if it survived the fire, Dragon Bravo fire, and how it turned out. In the preface to his book, Black Sun, Abbey writes the following. Black Sun is a novel about love in the forest, and love under the sun in the forest, and about disappearance. The vanishing of the loved one, about mystery, that is, and the bewildering grief of death. Like most honest novels, it is partly autobiographical, mostly invention, and entirely true. What do you know? It would appear that Ed's tower and cabin both survived. Well done, fire crews. There's even a nice stand of aspens. In the preface, Ed continues, yes, and I have spent many a summer in what the Forest Service calls a fire lookout, a tower in the woods, far away from all that sustains sanity. The voice that speaks in this book is the passionate voice of the forest, that sound the wind makes wailing through the yellow pines. You'll see what I mean. The madness of desire and the joy of love and the anguish of final loss. So much and no more was my modest ambition in the creation of this book, Black Sun. My home, after working hours, was an old cabin near the foot of the tower. The cabin was equipped with a double bed and a couple of folding steel cots, a wood-burning stove, table, shelves, cupboard, 2 chairs. It made a pleasant home there under the pines and aspen, deep in the forest, serenaded by distant coyote cries, by poor wills, and sometimes by the song of the hermit thrush, loveliest of all bird calls in the American West. Four summers, sweet and bitter, bittersweet, hilarious seasons in the forest of ponderosa and spruce and fir and trembling aspens. The clang of horseshoes in the twilight, the smell of wood smoke from the cabin. Deep in the darkling pines, the flute song of a hermit thrush. Lightning, distant thunder, and clouds that towered into evening. Rain on the roof in the night. One day, somebody in park headquarters, down on the south rim of the canyon, the bad rim, said to somebody else, "Do we really need a fire lookout on North Rim?" And the other man said, "I didn't know we had one." The fire lookout was closed at the end of my 4th season and has never been used since. After a brief respite and retreat within that sanctuary, it was time to return to the mission. Observe, survey, and witness the remnant ruins of a once beloved hollow and sacred grove along the East Rim. Well, this was one of the most beautiful campsites out along the East Rim here on the east side of the North Kaibab National Forest, Kaibab Plateau. It's overlooking the area known as North Canyon, the East Kaibab monocline, which you can see there to the left in the coxcombs. I was just at this site, it seems. Of course, it was a couple of years ago. Very dead end of a little known road out here. It puts you to a lovely spot. It's a nice little rocky outcropping and a wonderful view of North Canyon here. Heavily forested, lots of dense undergrowth, oak, all kinds of scrub, all kinds of old growth too. Along the drive, it looks like they saved a good bit. They ran this fire through this canyon. And then this morning, I was just up there. That's Marble Viewpoint across North Canyon there. As you can see, the entire canyon is just ash. And walk out to the end. Used to enjoy the lovely view here. Nice little rocky outcropping to sit down on and take it all in. I'll enjoy the view now. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? I accidentally found this spot a number of years ago, and I came out here with a friend of mine. We camped a little ways up the road and noticed this road kept going through a rough dip off, so we walked it out and checked it out. I was like, wow, that's a great spot. There's like a tree here carved with the name Vail in it, V-A-I-L, Vail. If you're out there, Vail. It had come back for many years. They put every year, they carved every year that they visited this site. Vail. If you're out there, it's all gone. Except for this one tree out here on the end. And there it is. North Canyon. What is today, October 7th or 8th or something like that? 2025. It's 4 months after the Dragon Bravo fire started on the North Rim. In the park, nonetheless. They managed it quite well, I must say. But somehow, Forest Service guys were able to steer that fire down this canyon and keep it from burning a lot of other areas. But this section here, North Creek Wilderness area, is torched. touring the devastation of a once magical and idyllic forest of dense pines, spruce, firs, and aspens, now viewed from above, revealed a landscape of charcoal and ash. Only its ghost remained, now but a ruinous heap of memories and dreams. Though not the largest wildfire in Arizona history, this was no accident of human carelessness. A lightning-ignited fire was allowed to grow and expand, whilst those charged with the responsibility of the protection, management, and stewardship of these lands stood aside and watched as the dragon was unleashed, respecting neither bounds nor boundaries. Departing and descending the high lonesome plateau of the Kaibab brought waves of sadness and remorse this time, as floods of memories lost crashed down on me. But I knew I must return to her to uncover and discover more of her mysteries. Though dragon-charred, I felt she had yet more to share and reveal. And to her, soon, I shall return.